about 30 seconds, I would say. Versus Ben. Alright, so let's play versus Ben. He's rank 3 on the ladder. So that's some puntos we could gain. So let's try that. And I have to be honest, at the moment, I know that I used to say urban growth first is better, but I kind of like rich land as well. So I'm gonna go rich land first here. So it's hard to say how long you have to wait. I know some people, depending on when you search, maybe there's not that many people active. Sometimes you do have to wait 30 minutes. It just depends on how many people are playing. But for me, most of the times, I never search more than 10, 15 minutes. Most often I will search up to 5 minutes. Or around 5 minutes. What is Super Blitz mixed expansion mode? So yeah, sure, let's give you a little bit of a rundown. In the lobby you see you can just join games here as well, but they are without elo. And then there are different speeds. There's async, which you have a couple of hours for each turn, so the idea is that you play async. And then there's Super Blitz, which is what most people play and was the competitive mode with the elo, which is a reserve of 5 minutes and a time first age 60 seconds and I think last age 120 seconds. Yeah, Alex here seems great. Pretty much anything under Blitz is async. Nah, standard life is still 4 to 5 minutes and 30 minutes of reserve. I don't know who plays that. But yeah, standard life is still a live game just with a lot of time. And then the asyncs are just async, so you look once or sometimes more often a day. And then live blitz, 15 seconds reserve time is quite long, so that's why they introduced Super Blitz. And that is where you would, the standard here, where sometimes you have to wait a couple of minutes for your opponent to make turn, but the idea is that you stay in the match the whole time. 30 minutes you can go for coffee, yeah. I don't know who would enjoy that, but it's there as an option, so that doesn't hurt. Uncertain borders and Colosseum maybe. Want a time faster than Super Blitz? Yeah, I would like that as an option as well. I think the quality of games could suffer from that if you don't have the time to think. Just play by feeling, like no reserve time or something. That would be super harsh though. Yeah, sure, let's go on certain borders. Breakthrough or irrigation? I think the breakthrough. Super duper blitz, yeah, very good one. Super duper blitz sounds good. Yeah, sure, just giving you the option to decide for yourself how much time per age and seconds and how much time as a reserve. I probably would prefer a little bit faster, but maybe not when I'm streaming. When I'm streaming, sometimes I need the time when I'm interacting with chat. So for that, it's almost perfect. AJ Black, nice to see you. How am I? Pretty much the same as yesterday. Still enjoying the weekend, and yeah, we lost the last game, so actually not that great. We had a great one yesterday. But we lost against Lawang, so what can you do really? Plus matching is 1 vs 1 only, yeah, for 3 and 4 player games. Super Blitz is not my preferred playstyle for 3 and 4 player games anyway, because then sometimes you have to wait 10 minutes for your next turn or something like that when people take long. So that's not what I enjoy. Play the Peasants, keep Alex still. I mean, we could keep him as long as the Uncertain Borders even. There's no new leader anyway. Okay, Science. Irrigation, which land seems great. And then Pop. And next turn maybe go for that irrigation. I don't think we can go for irrigation this turn and get out of corruption. So Pop gets us out. We can go for irrigation. We could skip the rich land. I guess we don't have that many civil actions and we need the extra from Alex. Maybe rich land is not what we need here. Maybe just develop the irrigation. We have a lot of things to do. We have to finish the Colosseum and we have to upgrade the irrigation. So I think I prefer this actually. At least I didn't lose to you, Jack Black. Yeah, true. So multiplayer is only in the lobby then. I mean, where else should it be? So we have the online lobby, yeah. There's tournaments as well. So most 3 and 4 player games are often organized in tournaments, and there are a lot of tournaments and some really big ones. Some tournaments with, I don't know what's the current amount of players in the International Championship, like 700, 800 players, I would guess. And the World Championship, the official World Championship, sponsored by CGE, was like, I don't want to lie, almost 1,000 or maybe more than 1,000 players. The International has over 700, okay. And how many did we have in the World Championship? That is a lot, yeah. There's a big community, especially for the big tournaments. Okay, Iron for him. And then next turn, he has 2 engineering geniuses. He wants to finish the pyramids. How about Leo and Printing Press? Or even Eleanor? I mean, I think I want to use Alex now. He's not pushing, so we can't wait for Uncertain Borders. Let's use Alex this turn. Leo and Printing Press, how do we get out of corruption? Pop, upgrade. And we can't go Leo, Printing Press, yeah. Let's keep that. Go for this, means a lot of pop. Next turn Leo, play Leo, develop Printing Press, build 1. Get rid of this one, and then keep the wealthy essay. You had a very strange thing happen to you, Jake Black, during a tournament game. You had Jan Zizka and had 3 warriors with Fighting Band. When I bid 1 warrior for territory, my strength went up by 1 point. Why is that? Yeah, as Lemming's suggesting, strategic territory. You went up during the bidding. Yeah, because of strategic territory. If you send something, it updates your strength immediately. It shows you what would happen if you win. Yeah, exactly. The app shows the would-be strength after you've won the colony. So where do we take this? We have Uncertain Borders in there. We can push for a raid as well. We have the Colosseum. So I guess we delay Leonardo some more. Planning. Take free religion. We finish the Colosseum. I mean, warfare is also good, but I just don't have the civil actions, and I still need to finish the Colosseum. There's knights though, swordsmen. Don't need the religion, but the warrior. I could also take the warrior, yeah. Especially with our tactic. It keeps us stronger for the next turn. There's still 2 swordsmen, still another copy of knights. Could even go for monarchy. Yeah, at that, why not monarchy, right? We still have enough for printing presses next turn. We up to 3 strength. And he can go for warfare, but I guess he might want to go Gutenberg. What's your favorite wonders leaders in the expansion? Still new. Favorite leaders, Pierre de Coubertin and Marlene, probably. Favorite wonders, Red Cross. And maybe Colosseum. Colosseum can be a lot of fun. We don't see it as often, but it can really mix up the meta quite a bit, going for early military. Manhattan Project is also very cool, yeah. Zizka is ridiculous. Zizka is great. I don't know what else we have. I mean, Gutenberg can just feel so efficient if you use him every turn. So Gutenberg is fun. Eleanor's also, I think they added a lot of unique leaders which can just be a lot of fun. And not the, like the original leaders often feel like the standard things. Get Development of Settlement. I mean, does that mean he gets stronger here? Maybe goes for knights or something. That goes for swordsman. Please show no tactic. It does upgrade instead, okay. Okay, how do we get stronger? I kind of need to stay strong because of the uncertain borders and the foray. Go for swordsman instead. So much food. So much food but no rocks. This means no printing press next turn. Yeah, Leo isn't really working out the way that we hoped. I could always do this instead. I mean, grabbing swordsman for 3 is quite a lot. Could also just build one. Need to go for both. I mean, we have the population for this play. One at urban growth. I could also just go reserves. I mean, is there a difference between urban growth for 2 and reserves for 1? I mean, yeah, sure, he gets the option to go for urban growth. Yeah, that is true, Jake. Like, I played that wrong for so long. I thought you would shuffle all the events, and then when I started playing the app, I realized, okay, H2 cards need to come last. So if there are 3 H1 cards and 1 H2 card, the H2 card will always come last. Yeah, Frux, all of this is oof. All of this is oof. A lot of oofs. But at least this way we get the printing press next turn. So that's something. I don't like where this game is going at all. I don't think we are in a good position, to be honest. I mean, we have MAs. We have rocks from Leo. Maybe it's not too bad if we get the one printing press going. We'll get 2 swordsmen, then copy our legion. Well, copying from him at least is very expensive, and he only sees the fighting band, so copying a fighting band always feels pretty bad. And he doesn't get stronger. He has his own fighting... Oh no, he copied our fighting band? Yeah. Okay, let's hope for something good. Let's hope for something real good. I mean, this is not bad, I guess. But if he wants it... 2, 3, 4... If he wants to send both, he can have it. If he has 2 colonization cards, he can't win this for just the swordsman, right? Okay, he sends both swordsmen, that's expensive. Especially with the foray and uncertain borders in there, I think that's worth it for us. That means he can't overtake us again. Good, I'm happy about that. Believe it or not, I actually am. We also have all the information, so we know we don't have to be afraid of an uprising or a rebellion. Another reserve, so just use this one for rocks this turn. I think another one. Yeah, I think another one. We have quite a few civil actions. Next turn is still gonna be H1 cards. There's a Code of Laws, but there's stays on 2. That's important. And we could still go for St. Pete's. Maybe. I mean, we want to keep the scientific breakthrough. We need to be able to push. I guess Enslave could be an option though. Do we really need the Legion? Why don't we just play the Legion? Yeah, just play the Legion. I think that works. I don't think we need to send away 2 units for the colony. Okay, that's an early defensive army. I like that. And Maria doesn't seem bad. I guess Maria could also be really great for him. Oh yeah, Maria is great for him, I think. Now I don't want him to get her. I want her. I want Maria. He goes for Swordsman and Warrior, goes for no Maria, alright. But yeah, he had to make sure that he could defend, and he does that, but we don't want to aggress, we want to get those yellow cubes. I think Freedom is very good for us. Could also play Scientific Breakthrough, but I think Freedom is better here. Foray, alright, extra rocks. Ocean Liner. Not this turn, I think, but maybe. St. Pete's could still be okay. I mean, we don't need to draw another tactic. Yeah, do we roll the Frooks? I guess with Maria it's not bad. I think I want to keep Leonardo for one more turn. He will give us an extra rock and the science from producing this turn, and then next turn maybe Maria when we use her to increase pop. Why do I want Maria? Leo's so good. Yeah, Leo, we can keep Leo for now. I just think the other leaders... first of all, I think Maria would be very good for him with that food being behind in strength, so denying her. And I think she's going to be great because we don't have the most rock production. We can make this just a military game by going for defensive army. I think there's a lot of value on her. Again, the enslaved. Do we keep the option? Slave is quite rough for him, but we might just want to push to get to the uncertain borders instead. Yeah, 2 MAs feels clunky. Not drawing new cards, we have to be careful of which we keep. Especially if we left him Maria, he could go Ocean Liner and Maria, and that is very strong. So yeah, I thought the early game wasn't so great, but now it is paying off our military early on. I think him going for the Vast really saved us a little bit. I don't think we could have kept up the military race so much if he hadn't sent away those. So that means we won the foray, we're gonna win the uncertain borders. He still has a lot of civil actions, but we're not doing too bad. And he has no MAs, so yeah. Rebuilding those units last turn meant he didn't draw anything. He hasn't drawn in a while. He copied our fighting band, no draw. Built 2 units, no draw. I also kind of wonder why you thought Maria plus Ocean Liner plus Step was not great. We have the St. Pete's. Can't go for the Ocean Liner. And the Ocean Liner also has the issue of our yellow bank already being a little bit depleted. I guess it would still be okay. I picked that instead. Did I? Oh, right. You're right. I did pick the St. Pete last time. Yeah, I don't know. I think the Ocean Liner, with our yellow bank already, we already had the early irrigation. It could still be okay, I guess, but I also really want happy faces. But yeah, sure, Ocean Liner could have also worked. It just feels like we have the population already, especially with Maria and frugality and everything. That more population isn't really what we needed, but efficient population, or so to say, happy faces. And St. Pete's does give us that, and that enables more military, and that's kind of the path we're on at the moment. With our MAs, with having the Colosseum. So Ben, I mean, he has rocks, but not, I mean, I guess he has fine rocks. He has, yeah, yellow bank, he does have quite a lot of things. Plan is to stomp him with a war too. Yeah, that's the hope at least. It's always hard to plan for H2 wars. It's not that likely to draw them, especially because we didn't draw anything last turn. But yeah, using Maria will be not that easy, because we are a little bit... Yeah, we are too strong, and maybe I shouldn't have upgraded all the warriors last turn, maybe just take the corruption or somehow try to get out of it. And then instead use Maria each turn to upgrade a single one. Because right now Maria doesn't have the option to do a lot. Can't go for cannons, and we only want 2 more cannons, so Maria might just give us 2 extra rocks, which isn't the most. It is pressuring him, yeah. He probably builds another swordsman, And upgrade, still no draw from him. Yeah, he's afraid of the aggression. And actually we could, as a kind of meta thing, we could wait a little bit with pushing, make him think that we are considering playing an aggression while we don't have one. I mean, if we immediately push, that probably means we didn't think about if we should go for an aggression or not, so just talking a little bit here. Might mean that he thinks we have the aggression and consider if he has a defend card or not, and then we can push. So in borders, great. That, I mean, it doesn't hurt him too much, but it's definitely good for us.
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
Maybe efficient. Could still go for coal. Still go for scientific methods. I think efficient upgrade is quite good. Extra rocks. We just spent 8 rocks on these St. Pete's. Still wait with Maria. And hope that we draw good stuff. Psychological warfare, yeah. You have to keep that in mind always. It is part of the game. So no war, but the aggression that we were kind of hinting at last turn. Can we get out of corruption? Could we go out of corruption without finishing the St. Pete's? I mean, maybe with, yeah, but without increasing population, and then we would have to play Maria, and I think Leo is still a little bit better at the moment. We were dreaming about architecture. You mean for next turn? Oh. I mean, could we have, was that out? Could we have drawn that one? I mean, we maybe could have grabbed architecture, developed it, finished St. Pete's in one civil action. But was the architecture out? I think it was. Yeah, we didn't only drew 1 card, so it was out already. The Pestilence now will probably be too late to really hurt him in any meaningful way, because he will have the Ocean Liner. Not this turn, doesn't have quite enough rocks. He might go for Opera here, he might go for Architecture here. To finish that in an efficient way, but he doesn't have too much time here in H2 left. Overall, I would say relatively close. We came out ahead in the military. Getting the foray and the uncertain borders was really good. We have the full deck control. Probably can't play the international agreement next turn. I think I want another wealth. I guess I could also show wealthy. He hasn't drawn any cards, but we don't have an H2 colonization card, and it's gonna take some time until we reach it, and there's already wealthy 1. So I think international agreement might just be better for us. He does go for architecture, opera as well. He's still planning to go for Shakespeare. There are the cannons. Cornmon, don't think I have to deny that for 3. Let's push first. We lose an idle worker, and he also does lose an idle worker. Meth. Meth is always a good idea, right? Go for meth. Get a lot of science production. Maybe go for Maria this turn so we can increase pop. And get those free rocks for next turn. Yeah, patriotism is gonna get grabbed here, yeah. And if we want to get out of corruption, I mean, I guess we... Yeah, we have to use the efficient upgrade. We could go for reserves. Justice is also nice, yeah, but can't go for it yet. Justice would be quite good, I guess. Also go for scientific method next turn instead. And this gives us corruption, that's the issue that I have with this. Missing out on the justice. How do we do set up for a good military turn next turn? Cannons stay on 2, so he kinda has to grab them. Spike could still be nice. But we have a lot of science, so maybe... I mean, the tactic has to be... What about keeping Leo but still pop? That Leo gives us 2 science and maybe extra rocks next turn. I guess Leo is still better than Maria. It gives us 2 science protection. Maria only gives 1 science this turn. She gives 1 extra rock. Leo gives probably 1 extra rock next turn too. Yeah. And then especially with scientific breakthrough, you're right. We just keep Maria 1 more turn. Okay, new tactics, but we already have ours. And yeah, cannon on 2, Cornwall on 3. Sadly, no war. More horse tactics. Horse tactics, aren't they pretty OP? Do we have horse tactics now as well as an emote? Yeah, looks like it. Being strong, yeah, we definitely put on a lot of pressure. This next turn we're probably gonna go for those cannons. At least 1. You're lucky I didn't get horse tactics. Someone remembers the memes. That was a couple of weeks ago, right? Or maybe time is flying by so fast. It probably wasn't weeks, but a month ago. Yeah, kinda a little bit I regret Maria. She doesn't seem like she will be too useful at the moment. She might still be. But overall, I would say this is a pretty open game. We both have things going for us. We have a lot of science protection in this game, which is really nice. Sad that we missed the justice system. With all of our science, that would be quite nice. And he's running low on time. Let's hope he remembers to play. Yeah, finishes that. Grabs Conmon. Rebel, he skips cannons. This means he's skipping cannons. Wealthy. And this can also be a way how we use Maria. Thing is, he probably kept one H1 defend card and might have another H2 one. I don't think I can send more, no I can't. He has to be super careful about this bit. Oh, is it over? Ah. I think we won it. I'm not sure. No, he won it. 2 swordsmen. It's kind of expensive. Now, why should I build that this turn? So this turn... Do we go for Maria this turn? I think we do. We might lose Leo if we don't. Does he need rep idea? No. We both are pretty rich. He has common, enough science for common next turn. Even as cultural heritage. Science is not an issue this turn, especially with that scientific breakthrough. Pop after Maria. Yeah, right. But here, one frugality could be useful. Or the efficient upgrade. Let's play reserves. Maybe play reserves and grab frugality. And then make him afraid, right? Yeah, using pet and Revelant Tactic was my idea too, but I guess we could use the pet this turn and to keep drawing, but I think we don't need more card draw necessarily. This I like, but I don't think I need to play the Patriotism. I'd rather keep that for H3 for a war turn. He gets strategy, that's good for him, but still, this card draw. Thank you, Vlada. Show tactic, you got it, Opera. I did it to make him afraid. I could even kill Nobel if he's not careful, but the war is probably just gonna be better. And he has no time here. He has no time. He has 16 seconds. I had to play fast. Strategy, alright. H3 will start and we get the Warper territory on the first turn, I think. Maybe a navigation. Ooh, Bill Gates. That's an early Bill Gates. Or that is an early Bill Gates. 7 rock production all of a sudden. And we have the war. Yeah. Yeah, nothing tops this. And there's even a scientific breakthrough. I mean, he might have a good response to our war with the wave and population. He could have a tactic, the classic army, but still it's 26 to 9 at the moment. This is a good time to do this. So much science. we win if he has classical? We will see. We will see. I don't know if... I mean, he has strategy and enough for cavalryman, so he would have a lot of MAs. But I don't think he can build 2 armies, only 1. So cavalryman is 6 plus 8 is 14, so he would be at 23. He can build another cavalryman. Oh no, he also has strategy. I guess, yeah, that's pretty efficient. He could beat us. But it's also fine, I think. If we lose 1 yellow cube, I think that would be fine. Also, for that he would have to destroy something. $26, so I still barely win. I have 26 as well, so... He does like 6 cards in the entire age, yeah. It would be a little bit bullshit if he had the classic army. And there were only 3 tactics. He can't use any others, so there's only the single tactic that would help him here. Okay, no cavalryman. Alright. Yeah, sometimes you just have to take risks. Input of science, maybe you can go computers. National agreement. Engineering is great. We can take a lot of cards here. I think we do this. Usually I don't like doing this. But getting the engineering. We don't have a lot of civil actions, so using these here. Get the engineering. Get an urban growth. Maybe even the movies. That means the computers slide down to 1, so we can go for them. Urban growth, movies, and engineering. Exactly what I did, Lemmings. Yeah, great, great. Seems good indeed. Rock production. There's freedom of movement. I guess we can... I guess I could not build. It makes sense to build here, right? The idea was maybe just upgrade and then use the freedom of movement to put a bronze into computers. I think it makes sense to just build and then rebuild a bronze into cannon or something. That I think makes more sense. We 12 science production. Yeah, this game is going great now. Such a long time since I haven't had a great Bill Gates game, I think. I don't know when was the last time that I had Bill Gates. Okay, democracy and fundamentalism show up. Freedom of movement, you can use that to maybe get happy faces. But yeah, this democracy would have liked it to come out during our turn. But I think we get fundamentalism then at least. And we can afford the 2 science discount. This is actually a great government for us. Bronze to PPO cannon. Yeah, bronze to somewhere. We don't need bronze where we are going. We have computers. I mean, if you have IT guys thinking about stuff, what would you need any bronze for? Beautiful Civ. Yeah, computers are nice. I like computers. We don't see them as often anymore. Seems like journalisms have overtaken their role a little bit. The food, because of input of balance, it's at 6. I guess culture is missing, but we have movies for that. Yeah, we could also put them... I mean, we probably don't need a cannon at this moment. So maybe just put bronze into irrigation to make the input of balance quite good. Is Red Cross in? Nope, no Red Cross. Hollywood is in, which we can't go for. Empire State, which we can definitely go for, and Spaceflight, which we can also go for. 35 at the moment for the Empire State. That is a good sign. If you're in a game and the Empire State shows up at the beginning and you win every category. Okay, he goes for democracy. But yeah, as I said, we can't just go fundamentalism. From bronze into irrigation, I think. Yeah. Or we can't push, sadly, because we took that thing. But go fundamentalism means we don't get Empire State. But he put that nicely here in this position. And it actually might be a problem if we don't get a wonder. And in fact, fundamentalism, yeah, maybe it's not possible for us to go for it. I would like to give up since I got Bill Gates. Yeah, Bill Gates that early on is can feel impossible to beat. And this does get us out of corruption. We're in no hurry to finish the Empire State. Next time maybe go for movies. So much science. Way too much science and no civil actions. But I think overall we're still looking quite well. Could upgrade one computer instead. Take the corruption. I like using the MA actually. Yeah, let's just do this. It works, we get out of corruption. Or not take Empire. There. Just do movies. Can even take the urban growth here. Leave the Empire State. He can't really take it. And then even if he takes it, we get spaceflight. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. We get out of corruption this way as well. We get our culture going. Also need that for the improv balance. Yeah, I think you're right. This looks better. Another urban growth for the next movies, maybe. Okay, he does get rockets now. Is that a problem? I hope not. I'll go to the toilet. Oh, let's see first. Developed. Okay, then I won't go to the toilet. And with his colonization, he's gonna win this, I'm pretty sure. Even if we go up to 8. This is only... Yeah, this would just be to make him pay a little bit, but I guess... Yeah. He needs it and we don't. Yeah, but... If we win this for 2 units, that actually would be a problem for us. Okay, so now I will be right back. You guys can watch his... what did he do? What did he do? Rockets. Alright, alright. I mean, you really want that Empire State. Doesn't seem like Cold War will be too impactful, and he's gonna win it anyway, so we could just push the balance. Yeah, I think that's... We're not gonna get stronger anyway, we don't want to enable his military buildup. So I think we push the Empire balance. And then we communism. Still get the Empire State. We have enough science for air forces, we have enough science for military theory. We have enough MAs, I don't think I need to build anything here. Can defend. I mean, if he tries to go for war here, maybe with Marlene, we will have to find a way to defend. And was that? I don't think it was dangerous to go for the Empire. Yeah. Let's take the Air Force instead of the Empire State. Promise if he then gets the space flight, how do we punish? And now there's another copy of Air Force. I don't think Air Force is what we need. Could go for satellites and reserves if we want more defensive power. It's only 3 civil actions to have the Empire State. He has a lot of rocks, a lot of reserves and everything. Maybe it's just military. Could even go for modern infantry. Looks like our impacts are good enough to win without a wonder if there's no war. We need the modern infantry. He could go for that himself. If you also get the tanks, you would actually be able to go for modern army. Well, there's another air force, that's the thing, and it might just come out next turn or one after that. There's only one copy of modern infantry. Communism. And this basically guarantees that we have air force next turn to defend. There will be very few cards that are not coming out. Could we skip communism? I also don't want to get stronger here, because of the military buildup. I think communism is pretty good. I guess I'll take modern infantry, I don't know. But upgrading those means a lot of strength. St. Air Force also coming out. This now makes it pretty likely for us to get the tanks, and then with tanks and modern infantry. Can he still use the military buildup if he, I don't know, plays a new tactic? But what new tactic could that be? I mean, we know it's not, I mean, it could be fortifications, but that would be weird. And even fortification is not enough to get weaker, so... And also military theory could save us a little bit. Or just air force. 2 air force also has a lot of strength. I mean, we don't have enough for air forces and modern infantry. I mean, with that in mind, should have maybe upgraded one centric method instead, increasing pop. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, interesting game. All of a sudden, he was the one who pushed military with getting the rockets. If he hadn't gotten those, the game would have been a lot easier. I like this. I mean, 2 engineering geniuses in hand. Space Fleet has not come out, and as I said, I think with our culture lead and these 2 great impacts, and Bill Gates' bonus, shouldn't really be a problem. His space flight shouldn't be. I guess it's pretty good. Are there new techs in expansion, or only 1 doesn't lead us? Only 1 doesn't lead us. Nothing else. I mean, a couple of military cards. There's new impacts. The Impact of Harmony is new. I think that's the only one. No, culture as well, right? Yeah, Impact of Harmony and culture. There's a new aggression, the Occupy. There's the new tactic, the positional army, and the hybrid war. In H2 there is a new territory, the autonomous, a new tactic. Freedom is new. Freedom, international negotiations, and is arms industry new? I think these 3 are the new ones. And then in H1, there's no new tactic in H1. 1 new aggression and a couple of new events, call to arms and knowledge. And Dark Ages, I think. Yeah, these 3. Okay, no war, multimedia all of a sudden. And he ends the age. Okay. Can't we just go for spaceflight? And then even push the happiness. Yeah, it makes it more likely that we get the science this turn. Variety instead. Okay, that is a little bit tricky since there's a bit of science on top. But if he pushes, that does come out, and if he doesn't push, we still have enough impacts, I think, with his space flight and Bill Gates. Wait, first the modern infantry. Civil service. Can we actually? Oh yeah, we can actually even do that one. And get the religion. Nice. And as we said, if he pushes, we win the input of science. If he doesn't push, he didn't push. And with this culture from the space flight, 25, that should be enough for us. I maybe was hoping the space flight would stay on 3, but even then we could grab and finish it. Wouldn't have made the turn quite as nice, but I still think we would have gotten it. He probably felt the pressure because Bill Gates is always producing this many rocks, and he felt like he had to end it. Couldn't make a war work this turn, and probably couldn't also make it work the next turn. So he was kind of against the clock versus Bill Gates. But this was just perfect H3, perfect last turn for us, getting and finishing the wonder. This engineering did a lot of work. So actually this game, the International Agreement, a card that I'm not the biggest fan of, was really great for us. Because we had very low civil actions with just having the monarchy and getting that engineering cheap or engineering for free was great. If he doesn't push, he will win a bit of science and then maybe strength. Competition. But I think we have enough. Balance 12 to 4. Happiness 12 to 8. Competition 8 to 17. Science 0 to 10, but we get Bill Gates bonus 7. So 140 to 140 to 122. 122. So yeah, not a stop, but yeah, very interesting H3. And yeah, very good game. Very interesting. Nice try from him. Definitely played that very well in the end, trying to come back. But Bill Gates was very strong. We did feel the heat when we didn't have the civil actions and couldn't do quite as much. And he had the threat of military after getting the rockets. But we prevailed. Bill Gates shined here, shone. He sheen. So let's get those buntos here, however be shown or whatever. Ben, 53 buntos plus 50, so I finally regained all of my inactivity points. So if I refresh here, we can see my current puntos after some expense. Or a lot of expense. Yes, there it is. 1766 is my puntos at the moment. Still 75% win rate, not too shabby. And then 7066 actually would be top 10 at the moment. Overall, the rankings are super high. I don't know how this happened. Like all of these players at 1900 and above. That is crazy. But Opera at the moment on top, nice. And Asti Heinz representing Germany. Ben here just lost a lot of puntos, but yeah, maybe I'm top 10 next day. We will find out. But this will be all for today. So thank you guys very much for watching. Might stream again tomorrow, but I'm not sure. So I hope you guys have a nice weekend. Have a nice Sunday tomorrow, and maybe we see each other tomorrow. If not, then see you guys another time. So have a good evening and see you next time.